If John Wooden is the Wizard of Westwood, Geno Auriemma is the Sorcerer of Stores.
Call for the ball.
Conjuring up national championships at the University of Connecticut, a program that was hardly magical. UConn had just one winning season prior to his arrival in 1985. The man we now know as Geno was born Luigi Auriemma, and he spent his first 7 years in the tiny Italian village of Montella.
I don't remember anything that you would associate with modern times. You know, no phone, no TV, no radio, no heat, no electricity, but it didn't matter. At that time, it didn't matter.
In 1961, he sailed to America with his mother and 2 siblings to meet up with his father in Norristown, Pennsylvania.
What's your favorite book you ever read?
Yeah, what's my favorite book you ever read?
I love giving him a hard time about that.
She does it all the time, teasing me. You're lucky.
I know. I tell people all the time. I say she's the smartest person I know, and she can't read or write.
Everything I know. Nobody teaches me nothing.
His 4th grade nun told me that the day he walked in, he could not speak English. And by the time he got from the 3rd grade to the 4th grade, he was winning the English award in their school.
How much of what you had to overcome coming here as an immigrant without a word of English has made you the hungry, motivated, driven guy that you've become?
You know, that might be like a misconception. I don't know that I'm like that. I think it's more of I'm afraid to go back to where I was. I'm afraid to fail. I just am scared to death that somebody's going to say, we're paying you all that money, and this is what we get?
Go get it. Go get it. Get it, Caroline. Turn to look. Turn to look. Good.
When I first became a coach or a head coach, it was this fear, like, what if you're not good enough? I have to prove that I can be better than anybody else. I think 90% of that's gone. But there's still that 10%.
The 56-year-old Auriemma says he's been told by Jim Boeheim and other men's coaches that he has the best coaching job in America. He won't argue. In fact, he can find only one downside to winning by 33 points per game during the longest winning streak in women's basketball history.
And I get asked all the time, are you guys bad for women's basketball because you win every game?
Are you?
Bad for the other teams that are trying to beat us, yeah.
I could see how people would say it's a bad thing. But, you know, the way that, Coach Auriemma runs his program, the way that we're taught to play, and the way I truly, truly view it is just that, he's raising the bar. He's raising the level.
You don't know enough to get her the ball? You don't, do you? Is that a yes or no?
Has there ever been a bigger gap in the history of college sports, major college sports, between the first team and everybody else than what you have right now?
2002, when I had a really, really, really good team, I checked the scores of those games, and it was worse than it is today. We played Tennessee in the semifinals in San Antonio. We're up 30. So it's cyclical. We just happen to be riding that wave right now.
Why are so few people rooting for Geno Auriemma in Connecticut?
Because they're sick of us winning all the time. They would love somebody step up and smack these guys, would you please? That, I think, is what motivates us now. You know something, guys? Nobody wants us to win this thing. They're so sick of us.
Do you really think that that's true?
Who knows? I got to tell them something, don't I? I got to get the juices flowing.